Are you looking for the perfect fall stitching project with rich colors and textures? Something that's small and portable, a quick and relaxing stitch? I've got the perfect fall project for you. It's called Autumn Harvest Needlebook. Hi there, I'm Misty Purcell. Welcome to my channel. I'm a cross-stitch designer. I design under the name Luminous Fiber Arts. I'm super excited to be here with you today because it's my favorite time of year and I have a great new design for you that just says fall to me. And that's why I designed it. So I absolutely love fall. I think many of you do too. I love the pumpkins. I love the changing leaves. I love the cool nights and the bright moon in the sky with the clouds. I love wearing sweaters. There's just really nothing I don't like about fall. So I wanted to design something that would capture the feelings of fall. And what I created was Autumn Harvest Needlebook. So this to me just represents fall, a lot of the imagery that I love: squirrels, leaves, acorns, and the idea of harvest. It has like rich colors and textures that I think represent fall. The browns, we've got some of these kind of gold orange colors here and more glorious colors and textures on the back. So this was super fun to design and it made me so happy. And my hope is that when you're working on it and when you're finishing it and enjoying it, that it will just make you feel like fall and make you happy the way that I feel when I think about fall. This would be a great project if you're thinking of going on a trip or you're going to attend like your kids or your grandkids' sporting events this fall. This is super portable and small, easy to take along. If you participate in swaps for retreats or just with your friends, this would also be a great swap gift. And I want to thank Pamela Reed for beautifully stitching this for me. It turned out wonderful. This is a perfect beginner project. There's no specialty stitches or back stitches or anything. It's just all full crosses. It ends up being about 4 by 4 inches if you're stitching it on the same fabric count that I did. And it would take you just a few days to stitch this. It's a really quick, simple stitch and really fun. So I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Stitching with one color of floss is super relaxing. And that's one of the reasons I love designing with single color, doing single color designs. I think it's so nice to just sometimes only stitch on something in one color. It's faster, it's satisfying, it's easy to take with you. So this is a great project in that sense. And I absolutely love silk. This is Gloriana Woolly Bear. You can see it's a really pretty shade of brown. Silk is so smooth, it's like butter. And so I thought a lot about like the textures I love about fall and just textures I love in general. And that is part of what went into this design, that you'll be stitching with silk if you want to stitch it the way I did, which just feels lovely. And then let's talk about the rest of this because it's full of awesome textures. So we've got these kind of tarnished gold rayon ribbon ties. This is Grubby Jack from Lady Dot Creates. And then as you're finishing it, you'll also have this soft felted wool interior. This is from Weeks Dye Works. It's called Snow Cream. It's so nice and soft. You can put some decorative pins in it. And then on the back, we have a beautiful custom dyed cotton velveteen from Lady Dot Creates. Lois dyed this especially for this design. Thank you, Lois. And thanks to my mom for making the pins. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about this. So as I said, let's talk about the supplies. Woolly Bear from Gloriana, 1 skein is the floss that was used. The fabric is Toasted Coconut from Forbidden Fiber Company. I used 32 count linen. Snow Cream from Weeks Dye Works, that's a felted wool. And then the custom velveteen on the back. I recommend using a size 24 tapestry needle. I use Peacemakers. I have those in my shop if you'd like to pick some up. I also have them in other sizes if you stitch on other fabric counts. I have them in 24, 26, and 28 count. So Autumn Harvest Needlebook will look beautiful however you decide that you want to display it. And I know that you're super creative and have lots of display ideas. I'll just offer a couple. One way that I could see displaying it is in a needlework display if you collect vintage needlework items like mother of pearl buttons or little toy sewing machines, wooden spools of thread. This could look so cute tucked away with some of your sewing paraphernalia that you've been collecting. Also, it would look beautiful with your fall decorations and super cute, especially if you have like some fall like leaf picks. I think it would look really nice with that. Maybe some, I'm a big fan of fake candles. So I'll propose that maybe you put some battery powered tea lights around it for some added glow. So I know that you're probably thinking, okay, I really like this, but I can't finish a needlebook. I've never done that before. That's okay. You don't have to have needlebook experience to be able to do this finish. I have created a step-by-step tutorial where I walk you through how to do every aspect of this finish. So I'll walk you through each step of, you know, cutting out the mat board, how to use, I include templates for the acorn in the pattern. So I'll explain like how to cut out the templates, what they go with, how to cut out the batting and felt and things that you'll need, how long to cut the ribbons, everything. So I'll walk you through every step of the finishing process, how to sew by hand, the seams along here, how to sew in the ribbon. I'll help you with every part of it so that you can confidently finish this at the end. And so you do not need to have needlebook finishing experience to be able to create this. And I know that this looks intimidating, and you know, the only way to get through your fear of doing a finish like this is just to do it. Now, if this makes you nervous, what you can do, and I talk about this in the video, is you can do a sample with some scrap fabric you have around. If you wanted, you could just stitch like a little border so that you'd have the sizing, or you don't even have to do that. You can just use a blank piece of fabric that you weren't going to use anyway. Maybe one that you don't like and you've been kind of feeling guilty about throwing away. And you can do a practice run. Use some other fabrics you have around the house. If you have felted wool, you could do that too. You could just use some quilting cotton fabrics just to test it so you get a sense for how this works. You can always practice before you give it a go if you're feeling uncertain about it and don't feel confident. There's nothing that says you can't do a test run, but I will help you through every step of the way. And I was very careful in making my tutorial video to try to explain everything that I thought there would be questions about. But of course, if you have a question, you can ask it on the video. So I am confident that you can do this, and you never wait for the confidence to come. You have to just push through, and you gain confidence through experience. Okay, so specifically, what will I be demonstrating in the video? I can't remember, so I'm going to tell you. I'll read it off. Oh yeah, okay, so I'm going to talk, I mentioned a few of these already, but I'm going to talk through all of them. So I'm going to explain how to cut out mat board with tips for how to cut it out more easily, because I've heard from people that they have trouble cutting out mat board shapes accurately. I'm going to talk about how I center this design on the front of the mat board. I'll talk about clipping curves to reduce bulk, because you're going to get some bulk here. Like this is a curve, so there's going to be some bulk around this area. And there'll be some bulk here as well. So we're going to talk about how to handle those things. I'm going to talk about how to get smooth edges along here, things that I do. And I'm going to show you how to make a quilter's knot before you start sewing with your thread. A quilter's knot is super handy. If you've not learned how to do it, you will love it. And I demonstrate it at least twice, I think, in the video, but you can always rewatch, rewind. And then I'm going to talk you through how to do the ladder stitching here. And I'm going to explain some tips for how to get a tidy ladder stitch. I've done a lot of ladder stitching in my day. I've learned how not to do it, and now I know how to do it and do it well so that it looks tidy and nice, and I'll give you tips for that as well. So if you struggled with ladder stitch or you haven't tried it, but you want a new way to seam things up, like the backs of pillows, etc., I'll give you some tips for that. So this design is exclusively available from me. I won't be selling it anywhere else. It'll only be available on my website as a PDF, so you can purchase it and download it. I don't have print copies of it, so you need to be able to download it and print it yourself somehow, or have a friend print it for you if you do not have a printer, or you can take your file to the UPS store or FedEx and they can print it for you, but you need to have a way to download it and get access to a printer if you use a printer. You can also, of course, stitch it from your mobile device or your computer. I also have two types of kits for you. So I have the fabric and floss kit. I have a mix of different fabric counts and bases. So I have some Aida, I have some Lugana, and I have some linen. So not just the count that I use, but multiple options. And then I have a skein of the Gloriana Woolly Bear for you. So this is the fabric and floss kit option. That's one option. And then I have a separate kit that's the finishing kit, which includes the rayon ribbon, the pins that my mom made, the velveteen that Lois dyed, and then you can see the felted wool I've cut to size for you, so you can get two pieces of felted wool. There are other supplies that you'll need that aren't included in the kits. I have a full supply list that you can download with the pattern. So the digital pattern is available on my website along with both kits. I have a limited number of kits, but I'll link everything below the video. The supply list will be on the tutorial video, and the supply list is on the pattern as well. I'm super excited. I think you'll love stitching this, and I think you'll love finishing it. Even if you decide to finish it another way, I'm super excited to see what you decide to do. I do think the tutorial will be helpful to you if you want to finish any other kind of needlebook, because although it's specific to this particular needlebook, the steps would be the same if you wanted to do a different shape. You would just use a different template. And I did want to say that this design has a companion design. You might be able to guess depending on how closely you follow me. This is My Heart Is Yours. It's a pin keep I released a while ago now. And so I loved designing this so much. I knew I needed to design something that would coordinate with it. And I love designing things that are shapes. So once I did the heart, I was like, oh, I gotta do an acorn. I love acorns. So this could also be super cute as a pillow. You could do honestly the same finish and just be a little bit of a bigger pillow. But yeah, I love both of these. I hope you do too. I enjoy them so much that I do have plans for at least one more design that coordinates with them, maybe some others beyond that. So this is also available on my website as a PDF download, and it's My Heart Is Yours Pin Keep. So I'm super excited to share with you my class for the Jingle Ball. And in case you don't know what the Jingle Ball is, let me take a few minutes just to explain what the Jingle Ball is. So it's an annual event that was started and hosted by Stephanie of Lindy Stitches, Stephanie Webb. It's an online event featuring the 12 designers of Christmas, and it is a weekend full of fun. It's full of hanging out with other Stitchers if you want to, online, shopping if you want to, online, entertainment online, and we are preparing some really fun entertainment for you, so I can't wait for you to see that. Classes, and there's an ornament book that we've been putting together, and exclusive designs that are just for the event, meet and greets with designers. So lots of super fun, exciting things, and this is going to be December 1st through 3rd this year. Again, it's online, so you would need internet access, but you don't have to leave the comfort of your home. You can attend in your coziest pajamas if you want. You can go to a hotel, so everyone will leave you alone in your house. And you can just focus on hanging out with other Stitchers, whatever you want to do. So let me tell you who else is involved, and I don't want to forget anyone, so I'm just going to read this to you. So including Stephanie Webb, myself, the Blue Flower Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, Hands-On Design, Heartstring Samplery, Hello from Liz Matthews, Ink Circles, Jeanette Douglas Designs, Satsuma Street, Teresa Kogut, and Tiny Modernist. So quite an awesome lineup. I feel so honored to be a part of this event and with such an incredible group of designers. So I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited to connect with you, and I really hope that you're able to attend, because I would love to see you there. I would love to chat with you. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. I think it's going to be really fun. So how does the Jingle Ball work? You'll purchase a ticket to get entry into the ball, and then it's up to you what activities you want to participate in. So I have a class that I'll be teaching during the ball, and so if you want to take classes at the ball, they're a separate ticket from the entry to the ball. So you'd purchase a ticket in addition. You can't take a class without attending the ball. It's only for ball attendees. But I want to show you what my class is. I'm super excited about it. Let's make your Christmas tree just a little bit more magical this year with some adorable ornaments. This is called Wintergreen Christmas. I had so much fun designing this. So this is the reindeer ornament. Trees. And thank you so much to Paige Reynolds for stitching this ornament. She helped me out tremendously and looks beautiful. And then we have Santa. So I'm super excited for this class. I'm going to talk you through some different things. Again, we'll be going over how to get a nice shape with your mat board when you're cutting out your template and onto your mat board. And then we're also going to learn how to get, again, that nice smooth edge on a rounded shape. This is an oval shape. We're going to talk about how to apply cording and adding extra embellishments just to take your finishing up a notch. And none of this is hard, but I'll walk you through every step of it so that you feel comfortable doing this finish. You'll need to do a little bit of pre-stitching before the class if you're going to take the class. And so at this time, the class times aren't completely finalized, but by the time the video goes up, they may be. So you can keep checking the Jingle Ball website. Classes and tickets go on sale October 13th. What else do I want to tell you? This class is for any level of experience. The ornaments are not hard. There's a little bit of back stitching and long stitching in them. The finishing is not hard, so you can be, you know, a newer stitcher and a newer finisher, or you can have more experience. It's, you know, appropriate for anyone. Anyone who just wants to take the class and get some tips and have some fun. No pressure environment. I'm all about having a good time in a finishing class, and I will walk you through my steps and give you my tips, but there's no pressure to do things exactly the way that I do them. It's just supposed to be fun and, you know, a good learning experience for you and a good community experience with the other stitchers who will be in the class. I'm planning some fun things for during the class for you. So I'm very excited. So there's two options for the class. There's an option to take the class and just get the pattern, which will be a PDF, or you can take the class and get the kit, which will have a number of supplies. You'll still need to provide some supplies regardless. All that information is on the Jingle Ball website. I don't want to take up a lot of time going into that here, but all that is on the Jingle Ball website. It's a limited number of seats available in the class. I hope you can join me. I think it's going to be so much fun. And, you know, I work really hard as a teacher in all of the things that I've taught over the years, whether it's Spanish, quilting, knitting, crochet, sewing, everything that I've taught over the years. You know, the thing that I think I work really hard at is trying to figure out what's hard for people and how can I make it simple or simpler so that it's manageable. So I really work hard to break down the steps, simplify processes for you, give you a system so that you can go forward and confidently create your finish. I'm popping back in because I forgot something. I just wanted to say, because I think I'll get questions, the pattern for Wintergreen Christmas will be available to Jingle Ball attendees to purchase. If you're not able to get into the class, you can still buy the pattern. And I will have a number of kits available that weekend as well that you can purchase so that you can stitch it yourself, even if you can't attend the class. So I just want to make sure I mention that. I'm sure I would get questions if I forgot. So, all right, carry on. So thank you so much for checking out my new design and my class, and I'll have some other goodies for the Jingle Ball as well, so stay tuned. I'll have more about that coming soon, and also it won't be long before the Christmas releases are coming out, so stay tuned for that as well. Head on over to luminousfiberarts.com to pick up your Autumn Harvest Needlebook pattern and supplies. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you'll like and subscribe, and please check out the tutorial video for the needlebook finish. I guarantee you'll feel a lot better and more confident about doing finishing after you watch that video. Take care, friends. I'll see you soon.